This was a fucking bomb dropping on Beaver Cleaverville. For a few seconds, this place was Armageddon.
Boom, what's going on, you guys? Byron Rodgers here. This is another CCW SoCal training video. We did a lot of things though, man, a lot of new things, a lot of moving and shooting, a lot of drone footage. We even did ballistic gelatin tests on our duty loads. This training event was a good time, so sit back, relax, and I'll walk you guys through it, man. We're sitting here running over multiple arrays of targets during this exercise. It was really good. You're shooting targets, you're using cover to get to the end, you're clearing the plate one-handed, you're clearing the plate two-handed, you're putting on medical. Here we were kind of freestyling on our draw, working one hand, two-handed stuff, making sure we're checking our environment. And honestly, it's just good to train with guys that you work with, so you know how everyone moves. You guys all start getting in sync, man. It's important. If you don't have a baseline of performance within your crew, like, what can you expect for you guys to perform like? It's like playing with a professional team and never actually playing together. It's a big deal, man. So once again, we got to kind of pick our draw stroke with that. The dueling tree, this is always a good time. This is where you find out kind of where you stack up in the team, your skills and everything. My buddy Caleb, I've been with him for my whole career. He's a better shooter than me. He beat me. I think I got him on a technicality in one of the runs, but we tore it up, man. And it's good because after you clear the rack, you also have to shoot the tree as well. So it gives the other guy more of a chance to actually come back and get you, depending on what's going on, man. So if your marksmanship's not on, you guys can actually get into an actual shootout between clearing the rack and actually having to clear the tree there. A few of the boys dueling it out again. And make no mistake, before we started playing the games and shooting it out, we went through all our quals. We went through local law enforcement, federal qual, CCW qual, and we try to do that quarterly as often as possible so everyone stays current. Just in case you're in any type of altercation, you do have it to prove, you can prove that you've been staying current with your weapons, qualifications and handling. It's important in the private sector as well as in law enforcement. We call ourselves professional protectors for a reason. So some people call this, supine or reverse supine. I don't know. The way I look at it is, if you have to shoot from the deck, if it is the worst case scenario, have you done it? Do you know how to do it? Can you do it without shooting your foot off, right? So every once in a while, you gotta bust rust on all those different things that you never train on. So we get after it. And when you first get down here, it can be a little bit tricky, man. It can be a little bit weird, honestly. Because you're just not used to shooting over body parts. You feel the concussion come out between your legs, I found leaning to the side actually really helped me stabilize myself. I'm historically, non-orthodox type person, though, so.
There was a firefight!
Woo!
So here we are shooting at the gelatin. Do you know what your duty load does? Or have you seen anything at any point in time to really know what it does when it's fired? Does it over-penetrate? Does it under-penetrate? Does it completely disappear inside the gelatin? We saw around you that. We're carrying them every day. It's good to know these things. So this was a great experience for us to actually see the damage and see what these things look like.
we had 2 pass-throughs.
Working a little rifle here, working some barricades. It's just good to stay warm with all your tools. Rifles do have something to do with some of the things that we do, you know, without being too specific. So they're in play in some locations. Working that 45-degree offsite. Right, now this is where I made a mistake. I got out from behind cover before drawing my weapon. I should have transitioned weapons and then got out, you know. So, training point for me next time. So it looks like you get shot at. Just like that. And this is how you find out about the ammo you're carrying. And I'm not a professional ballistic gel tester, so I'm not going to really talk about too much right now what rounds we preferred, but I'll maybe do a review on that. Let me know in the comment section if you'd want to see us do an actual test on the ammo that we're carrying and make some content about that.
But you know what I don't see is a lot of flags. You got a good temporary wound cavity. You got a great permanent wound cavity, but I don't see
It stops right there.
exit. Yeah.
Well, that's good that it didn't exit. But
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting though that it created less trauma after it channelized. It didn't fragment out.
Obviously the AK, man, the chopper chopped everything in half. Do you know what your ammo does when shooting through different barriers? Things like that, man. And then I had to run the AK. You know, I hadn't shot one of these for a really long time. No sling on the transition. You hear those gunshots. There's 2 types of people when you hear gunshots. Some that run to fire, some that run away from fire, right? Staying calm. Moving. I actually do this box drill incorrectly. You're supposed to shoot 2 targets from
Mind my
each
business.
exposure
Doing what we
each
do.
side of cover.
Job.
Everyone gets one anytime you expose yourself. Here we come to the last string. I gotta clear the plates with 2 hands, freestyle. Come back. Put on a tourniquet.
Roger.
Reload close enough, expose myself, work the tree, had a malfunction right here, had to clear that. Came back up, work the tree, smooth, fast. Reholster gently, put a tourniquet on, and then work the tree with 1 hand. Boom.